Welcome to Malinden TV and welcome to another episode of Battle of the Boxes. This is my series here on YouTube where I sit down and I unbox 3 of my fitness subscription boxes and compare them to each other and pick a winner in the end as far as who I think sent me the best box this month. Sorry that this month's episode is a little late. I'll get into why later, but if you would like to see my past episodes of Battle of the Boxes, I'm going to link the playlist right up here for you to check out. I also have a feature called Battle Happy Hour, which means that I provide a drink recipe for you in the description box if you'd like to try it. If not, get your own drink, alcoholic, non-alcoholic, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to pause the video and go get yourself a drink so that you can drink along with me throughout the course of this video, because these videos are always quite a journey. The drink that I made for myself today is called a Cowboy Lemonade. I found the recipe online and I thought it was really delicious sounding, but I made my own alterations, so I will link the original recipe and then I will also list the modifications that I made to the recipe in the description box. So if you would like to make that drink for yourself, it's going to take like 30 or 40 minutes. So you can make something else for yourself right now and then try this recipe later. But whatever drink you're having, pause the video right now and go get it. Holy cow, that's good. Well, if you didn't make that, make sure you make it later because it's great. Getting into the first box, we have Miss Muscle Box. There's also a male version that is just called Muscle Box. Miss Muscle Box is $22.99 a month plus shipping, so mine comes to $29.99 a month. They promise you a $60 value or more. The first thing in every box is a workout guide. Sometimes it's just a workout, sometimes it's a nutrition guide, sometimes it's both. The theme this month is core control, so I'm guessing that this is just a full workout guide on strengthening your core and getting your six-pack going. Getting into the box itself, the first item we have is from Grenade, and it is a high protein bar in the flavor birthday cake, which sounds delicious. This is 20 grams of protein. The next item is from Protein Puck, which it is just a giant puck. It's a giant circular protein bar. This flavor is the Trailblazer, and it looks like the ingredients are peanut butter, almonds, cranberry, and oats. It's a vegan bar, and it is gluten-free, which is always interesting to see a plant-based protein bar. Something really interesting is that this bar is birthday cake flavored, and it has no added sugar. This bar is like vegan, all natural, and it has 18 grams of added sugar. That's a lot. 18 grams is a lot of added sugar. And it's 2 servings per container, which means that the serving size of this is actually only half of it, and I hate it when brands do that. I think they do it so that the nutrition facts don't look outrageous, like, wow, 18 grams of added sugar, 29 grams of fat, that's a lot. But if you put like half the amount, people can trick themselves into thinking they're having something really healthy. And it looks like there's 2 in the box. This flavor is called the Maverick, and it has cocoa, cashews, cinnamon, peanut butter, and hemp seeds. The next item is from Hyper MV, and it's a heavy-duty possible shaker. They call it that because it says possible up the side. I really like bottles like this that have the measurement markings right on it. It makes it really easy to keep track of what the volume is of whatever you're drinking. I do have another one of these in purple. It's also from a past Miss Muscle Box, but something like this I will get use out of, even though I have a million water bottles and shaker bottles from having fitness subscription boxes. And then the last item is also from Hyper MV. and it is a t-shirt. The front says, run it, run this, run that. And the back just says, run the world. It is pretty transparent. So that's a pretty typical Miss Muscle box, an apparel item, a gear item, and then 3 protein snacks. So Muscle Box does include this little card with each box that gives information and pricing on the items. That's the good news. The bad news is that they only ever put 2 items on it, so I have to search for the rest, and they're usually the snacky food items that they don't put the pricing for. This is always really hard to find individual pricing for, because if you go to the manufacturer's website, they really only sell it in bulk, because they're, you know, protein bars, so they sell them in boxes of 12 or 16 or 24, and it's very difficult to find individual pricing for these things. Let me start off with the protein puck. I found these on mercado.com for $2.69 a piece, which I feel like that is a lot of money for a single protein bar, but of course the price is probably better if you buy it in bulk. Then on bodybuilding.com, I found the grenade bar, not this flavor specifically, but grenade bars of the same size were $2.99. Again, a lot of money for a protein bar. And then the 2 items that they actually gave the pricing on in the box is the Impossible Shaker from Hyper MV, and they're saying that this is $25. I don't know, like, I get that it's made of stainless steel, which of course a stainless steel water bottle is going to cost more than like a plastic one, but I can't ever see myself at any time on any planet in any universe paying $25 for a shaker bottle. And then finally, the t-shirt from Hyper MV is $30, which I feel like that's essentially what athletic wear goes for. Definitely more than I would pay for a t-shirt, but somebody's paying it. And now that I look at the card, I'm seeing that it was available in 3 different colors, and I'm kind of wishing that they had sent me something other than white. So I added all of those dollar amounts together, and the value of this box is $63.37, which is indeed over the $60 minimum value that they promised. Also, they say that the workout guide is worth $9.99. I personally don't like to include that toward the value of the box, but if you did, then the box would be worth $73.36. It's way over that value. However, if you showed me this box like on the shelf of a store and said, does this look like it's worth $73 to you? I would say absolutely the heck not. I feel like every single item in this box is overpriced and more than I would personally pay for it, so I personally don't think that this box is worth how much they're saying it is, but let's move on to the next box, which is BarBella Box. This box is $50 a month, but if you commit to 6 months or an annual membership, then you do get a discount on each box. And because this box is $20 more expensive than Miss Muscle Box with the same amount of items, you can anticipate that the value of these items is going to be higher. This is the Backyard Burn box. The first item in this box is jerky. This is a pork stick from Country Archer Jerky Company, and it's in the flavor pineapple. That sounds amazing to me. I like jerky. I like jerky in this form. Makes it super easy to eat. It only has 7 grams of protein, which I wouldn't consider a substantial amount of protein. That's just because pork as a protein source isn't as lean as other types of meat, but it is the yummiest. The next item in the box is a tank top. Tropical looking dumbbell on it, and it says BarBella. The next item is from Purely Elizabeth. It is a whole food nut and seed bar in the flavor peanut butter. Again, this is a snacky item. It only has 7 grams of protein. Next, we have this Ursa Major Happen Fresh Deodorant. It smells like menthol. Hopefully it's ready for my pits. What the heck is this? The next item is in a bag. Within a bag. It's from the brand EXO. I'm afraid to take it out because then I won't be able to get it back in the bag. And if I'm not using it right away, I want it to be nice and stored. This is what the top half looks like. And I think that's about as far as I'm going to go for now. I think these are like those TRX straps that you might have seen at your gym where you can hang from something and they have like this whole workout that you can do. I'm just gonna wait to take this out until I've read a little bit more about it on the card because I don't want to take it out and then not be able to get it back in the bag. Next, we have 2 face wipes from Ursa Major. This is the same brand as the deodorant, so these are probably just samples that don't count toward the bag as items. I really hope that they have pricing for them. Oh boy, another bottle. This one is from Hydra Cup and it is hot pink, except this is a little bit different than anything I've ever seen before. It has 2 openings up top and it looks like the bottle is divided right down the middle and it says pre and post. So that means that you can store 2 different liquids in this bottle and keep them separate from each other. And I think that is way cool. And the 2 different compartments are different sizes. This one is 14 ounces and this one is 22 ounces. But if you ever have any doubt, there's actually like graduated markers going up the side. I think this is a really cool bottle. And I could definitely see myself using something like this. Not even for pre-workout and post-workout, but even just like bringing stuff to work with me. This bag within a bag item that I couldn't get out, and that is the EXO Gear Suspension Trainer. So it's what I was saying, it's like a TRX band system that you can set up on a door or a branch and set it up to get a workout. They're saying that it's an $85 value though. That sounds like a lot to me, and I don't know if it's just this brand EXO that charges ridiculous amounts of money for their gear, or if it's just this kind of equipment usually goes for that much money, but $85 is a huge value, and it's already surpassed what I paid for the box. The next item is the BarBella Tropics Racerback Tank. It's a $15 value. The Ursa Major Natural Deodorant is a $12.50 value. Guys, High Performance Dual Shaker Bottle is a $12.99 value. I think that sounds like a pretty fair price. This is a really cool item. You can have 2 separate beverages, 14 ounces or 22 ounces, or you could fill up the cup with the same thing and just have 32 ounces of it. The Ursa Major face wipes are $2.60. That's a lot of money for a single-use item. Like, I imagine a pack of wipes might be $5 at like Walmart or something. I can't imagine ever paying $1 something for a single-use wipe. The Purely Elizabeth granola bar is $2.29. You already know how I feel about that. Not enough protein for this box and definitely too expensive for a protein bar. And then the Country Archer Pineapple Pork Stick is $1.99. Again, not enough protein for this box in my opinion, but I'm definitely excited to eat it, especially because I would never be paying $1.99 for this. I feel like Slim Jims, you can get it for twice as long for the same price. So I added up the value of everything in the box and it comes to $132.37. I feel like that's a really high value for this box. And even though a lot of the items were way overpriced in my opinion, I think there were a decent amount of items that were essentially what I would pay. And altogether, this box is definitely worth more than I paid for it, which is $45 because I have an annual membership. And moving on to the last box, which is HIIT Box. This box is the reason why my video is late this month. It is the August box, but I did not receive it until September 3rd, so that's on you, HIIT Box. HIIT Box costs $49 a month, but again, if you commit to a longer membership, the boxes are cheaper per month. They have a 3-month membership and also a 6-month membership. The first item in the box looks like a tank top. This tank top is from the Free Yoga. The next item is also from the brand The Free Yoga, and it is a pair of leggings. So these are like color block style leggings. The top part of them is black, and then they have a stripe, and then the bottom half is white, except the white part is mesh. I think these are very cute. The next item is from One. I've had their protein bars before, but I don't think I've had this flavor. This flavor is banana nut bread. I know that One protein bars come in 2 different sizes, and this is definitely the smaller of the 2, but it still has 12 grams of protein and only 1 gram of sugar. So I feel like this is a really good protein bar in my opinion, but that's just upon first glance without reading through the ingredients or anything. And then the last item in the box. So this is a pre-workout in the flavor Orange Crush. And this is just your typical hardcore pre-workout with a warning label in fine print and a notice telling you don't have more than one within a 24-hour period. So it was late. There were only 4 items, and there's no little card telling me information on each of the items with pricing. I wonder if they just sent me an incomplete box. Well, I'm thoroughly annoyed. It looks like HIIT Box does promise 5 to 7 items, so because I only received 4, that means that my box is already a flop. They also promise a $100 value, which they made it very difficult for me to find out pricing for all of the items. The first thing I tried to look up was the 2 items from the Free Yoga. There was 1 tank top and 1 pair of leggings. And I went to the Free Yoga's website, and apparently they're just an apparel wholesaler. So let's say you like a pair of leggings or a tank top or something that you receive in your HIIT Box, and you want it in another color, or you want to get it for a friend, or you ripped yours and you want a new one. You can't, which kind of defeats the purpose of having it in the box, in my opinion. The whole reason why companies sell their items to subscription box services is to get their name out there. So you receive something in your subscription box and you're like, oh, I really like this. I want to buy from this company again. That's the whole reason why companies are willing to sell their items in bulk to a subscription box for a lower price. It's because it gets their name out there. So if any of that box's customers receive an item and they're like, oh, I like this, they're going to visit that brand's website and hopefully buy more from them. So I don't understand the concept of putting items in a subscription box that the subscription box customers cannot go buy themselves. So HIIT Box just buys apparel from an apparel wholesaler and sticks them in the box just to have an item to stick in the box. And as a result, the Free Yoga isn't necessarily like a name brand or anything important. It's just an apparel wholesaler. It's like Alibaba for leggings. And what's extra infuriating is that you can't even see the pricing. I found these color block leggings on the Free Yoga's website, but you have to log in to see the price. Okay, so I tried to log in. I created an account, and then I tried to log in using the account that I just created, and it wouldn't let me. it said not valid. And I was like, okay. So I went ahead and I checked my email to see if there was a link that I had to click to activate my account before I could log in and see how much these stinking leggings cost. And it said, please reply to this email and attach your reseller's permit documentation so we can verify and activate your account, which takes up to 2 business days to activate your account. So in order to see the price of these leggings, not even buy them, in order to see how much these leggings cost, I need to have a reseller's permit. I need to email it to them, and then I need to wait for them to activate my account, which obviously I don't have a reseller's permit because I'm not a retailer. So you can't buy these leggings that they sent me. You can't buy them. You can't buy this tank top that they sent me unless you have a reseller's permit and are willing to buy 100 of the same item, because I think they have a 100 piece minimum on the Free Yoga's website. I thought I received a tank top very similar to the one that I received in this month's box. I thought I received a very similar one in a past box. So I was like, maybe if I find the little info card for some of my past boxes, I'll be able to see how much that tank top costs. And it turns out that I was able to find it, and the price of this tank top, this gray open back with the twisty straps tank top that I got in this month's box is valued at $29, which to that I say absolutely not, but okay. For a plain tank top from a wholesaler, you're funny. But what infuriated me is that I went back to actually look at the tank top that I received. And this is from either the May or the June box. And this is the tank. Muscle tank style with the twisty straps. Okay. This is this month's. This is the one that I received 2 months ago. Or 3 months ago, whenever it was. This is in the color gray. This is in the color dark heather. They're almost identical. It's just 50 shades of gray for $29, but you actually can't get any more colors yourself unless you're a reseller. Okay. And then the leggings, I've obviously never received a pair just like that in a past box. But the last pair of leggings that I did receive from the Free Yoga in a past box was valued at $69 on the card. So that's just the price that I'm going to use for this box. I did receive a 1 bar, just a different flavor, but it was the same size in a past box, and they valued that bar at $2.50. So that's the price I'm going to go by. And then this pre-workout, the brand is actually called Redcon 1, and they do have these available on the Redcon 1 website for individual pricing at $3.49, which I feel like that's a lot of money for a pre-workout, and I personally would never pay that, but okay. So when I add all of those items up, the box comes to a value of $103.99. And yes, that is over the $100 value minimum that they promise, but it's an estimate because I didn't receive the little card with all of the pricing, and not all of the items in the box were items that you could actually look up pricing for. So what I have is an estimation. I think they kept their promise on the value of the box, but they gave me no means to confirm whether they really did. Plus, I was supposed to get 5 to 7 items, and I got 4, so I'm overall just pretty angry at HIIT Box this month. Not only for shorting me on the amount of items in this box, but for coming late, for not including my info card with pricing, and for consistently ordering from a brand that their customers cannot order from themselves. Oof, I'm heated. I'm ready to fight. I'm going to contact HIIT Box customer service. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to pick winners in each of my individual categories. The first category is best value, and since the boxes are all differently priced, I calculate the best value by using the sum of the values of all the items in the box and dividing it by what a monthly customer would pay for that box. And the winner of this category is BarBella Box because the value of the items was 265% of what a monthly customer would have paid for the box. The next category is favorite item overall. I'll go ahead and say that my favorite item overall is this Hydro Cup from BarBella Box, just because the concept of having one cup with two separate compartments and even two separate spouts is just so unique and interesting to me, and I really like that. Favorite apparel item? I don't want to say it because I feel some type of way about this company and this brand right now, but these leggings from the Free Yoga, I just really like this color block and this mesh and the soft material. And even though they are just like a nothing brand from a box that I feel cheated me this month, it's still my favorite apparel item. Favorite edible item? Am I weird for choosing the pork stick? I don't know. It's a pineapple flavored pork stick. That sounds awesome. And even though I don't think that it belonged in the BarBella Box because it's not a substantial amount of protein, it's still the item in all of the boxes that I think is the most unique and I'm the most interested in trying. Favorite piece of gear or equipment? Well, I already picked the Hydro Cup as my favorite item, so I'm going to have to pick a different item for this category. I'll pick the trainer, like those. It's not TRX because I know that TRX is a brand name, but it's the EXO suspension trainer. I don't know, it's just a really high value item, and because of how much it costs, I would have never bought it for myself, but I do think that it's a pretty cool thing to have. Even if I don't end up using it, I could gift it or resell it and still get a lot of value out of it. But if I do decide to keep it for my home gym, like, that'll be a substantial addition, and it's the most expensive item that I received in any of the boxes this month. Favorite self-care item? I'm gonna have to say the Ursa Major deodorant. It's either the deodorant or the face wipes, and to be honest, I think I'll get more use out of the deodorant. I don't use face wipes a lot because if I'm removing my makeup, I'll just use a makeup remover wipe. And otherwise, I don't really use face wipes because it'll remove my makeup. And favorite box overall? It's tough because none of them were all that exciting to me. But now that I'm looking at all three in front of me, I'm gonna say that BarBella Box was my favorite box overall, even though it wasn't as exciting this month as it has been in past months. So the winner of the August 2020 Battle of the Boxes by a landslide is BarBella Box. BarBella Box won every category except for one. If you enjoyed this video, or even just sympathize with the headache that these boxes gave me this month, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I post new videos on the first Wednesday of every month, and I post a new Battle of the Boxes on the penultimate day of each month. Sometimes my boxes end up coming late and I'm not able to post on the second to last day of the month, and in that case I'll post a bonus video instead on the second to last day of the month and then post my Battle of the Boxes later on whenever I have it, which is obviously what happened this month. But if you want to know exactly when my Battle of the Boxes goes up, then I recommend you click the notification bell next to the subscribe button so that you will be notified of every time I upload. If you haven't made this drink, you need to go in the description box and try it. And if you don't drink alcohol, that's fine. Just make the High West Lemonade and drink that on its own. It's actually amazing. I have free fitness and nutrition challenges going on every month for all of 2020. It's not too late to sign up for one. The next challenge is the October Crunches Challenge. So if you have been waiting to sign up because the challenge just sounded too intimidating, this is definitely one that I recommend for you to jump in on. And you can sign up. It's absolutely free. The link is in the description box, where you can sign up for that one or any of the rest of the challenges that I have going on for 2020. Thank you for hanging out with me today, listening to my rants, and I will see you next time. Bye.